Okay, let's get started. Hi, I'm Bill, and if this is the first time dropping into my channel, welcome. The purpose of this video is to kick off my M31 Andromeda Galaxy project. This will be a project that I'll do over a series of imaging nights, over a series of weeks, and maybe over 2 months. Right now I'm down at Goat Mountain Astronomical Society research station in Landers, California. I got in here Thursday evening. I started, my plan was to shoot the Eastern Veil Nebula. I ran into some challenges. Had to scrap all the data from that night. So last night I decided to move on to the M31 project. And so this is it. What you see on the screen right now is about 2 hours of Luminance data. I also collected data last night with the HA filter, red and green filters. Over time I'll be combining all those various channels into a consolidated image. But this is what I have after last night. I am using Nina to collect the data, to manage the data acquisition. As I learn more about Nina and I can share information with you in an authoritative manner, I will. So what you can expect on this project is a series of 2 or 3 videos kind of chronicling my journey across this project, issues I run into, and what I'm learning as a beginner, and sharing that information with you. So this is just the imaging plan that I used last night. I used the nightly builds, version 1.11 nightly build, I think 153 this one is, and so I'll dig more into Nina in future videos, but I mean there are some really great Nina videos out there that are great sources of information. What I'm trying to share with you is the perspective of a beginner, me being a beginner, and what my journey's like, some of the things I'm running into, and some of the challenge I'm facing, how I'm getting around those challenges. For data processing right now, I am using Astro Pixel processor based upon a conversation I had Thursday night with a person that was 2 pads over from me. He's been doing astrophotography for about 2 years. He had 4 telescopes out. One was a visual scope. He was advocating for me moving to PixInsight. Things are pretty complex already. Me having made a decision to go with a monochrome camera and narrowband and broadband filters. Do I want to increase the complexity even further? That's a question we'll see over the next month or 2 if I move in that direction. I knew kind of ultimately I needed to get there, but right now I wanted something that was a little bit easier to work with. I mean, PixInsight, I understand, is fantastic, but there's so many ways you can do things, and that complexity or that opportunity to do so many things is sometimes what makes the challenge on getting the correct workflow for you. But anyway, right now I'm using Astro Pixel processor. I'm a licensed user. I have a renter's license. And then the other thing I'm doing is I am tracking my imaging. Since I will be shooting various filters over multiple nights, over multiple weeks, I am going to document all the good data that I have acquired, in a sense, so I know what the total time is per filter, and that'll let me get to the total integration time that I will be working with to produce the image. Right now, kind of the off the top of my hat goal is to try to maybe acquire about 30 hours of data using the Luminance, hydrogen alpha, red, green, and blue filters. And so this is a simple spreadsheet that I'll use to document my data capture. I did run into an issue last night, and I kicked my mount during the data acquisition process. I'll put a picture of the image in the video here, so you could see what it looks like when you kick your mount. What I'm not sure of now is if all the data I collected after I displaced my mount a bit, is that usable or not. When I do my polar alignment tonight, I will see how much off I was tonight compared to next night. The great thing about coming out here is that I can set up on a pad and I don't have to move it. I don't have to tear it down at the end of the night or anything. So the first night it took me a few minutes to do my polar alignment. The next night it was even quicker, and so we'll see tonight when I go out how much out of alignment I am, and then based upon that I'll make a decision whether to discard all the data after that amount of time. The other thing I learned, which I kind of knew, but at 3:30 in the morning I had finished my data acquisition for the night, and then I set up to do all my darks for the various filters. Everything went fine, but what I'll show you an image of when the sun started to come up and it was no longer dark. There was some light leakage somewhere through my imaging train. I'm not quite sure where it got in, but I'll show you what that looks like. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So now I know is do my darks when it's dark, and for instance tonight it may be a lot of cloud cover where I can't image, but I can work on building out my dark library with a dedicated camera. I can set my camera at a certain degree Celsius below ambient, and I can build a dark library at that temperature, and then I can come back and reduce the temperature of the camera even more and build another dark library. So each time I go out and image, I can just kind of take off the shelf the dark library to use as part of the processing. So I think that's about it. I'm really glad my autofocuser issues are behind me. Last night when Nina did the meridian flip, it did not slew and center me back on the target that I was shooting, so I had to stop my sequence and I had to manually do the slew and center and then plate solve, and then I was able to image again. I need to understand why that happened, because I would like to count on it doing the meridian flip without any issue, but these are things that I'll learn as I go along. But I'm really liking Nina. And the other thing is, now that I am working in a sense in a complex environment with the monochrome and all the filters, file management becomes very important. So I am going to do a video on my thoughts, so maybe I should have went with a one-shot color camera. I'm still putting my thoughts together on that, but I am making progress with this complex, what I consider complex as a beginner, narrowband, broadband filters, and dedicated monochrome camera. So other than that, that's about it. I'm having fun out here. So you stay up and you image all night, you get a little sleep in the morning, and then you spend the afternoon going through your data and confirming that all your frames are good, or discarding the ones that are not, and then you get ready for dark and get set up to do it all over again. And this is the life in a sense. So I'm enjoying it, and I'm especially enjoying meeting the people out here that I'm running into, and their willingness to share data. So again, if there's a club in your area, I would recommend reaching out to them, and another opportunity to learn from them. So anyway, hopefully you enjoy this journey around the M31 project. I will be doing other projects as well as time permits along the way, and over the next few months, kind of the nebula season. Thanks for dropping in, and thanks for subscribing. If you like this kind of content, please give it a thumbs up. As always, like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, thanks for dropping in. Till next time.